This will likely never happen again, because the Welsh, Scottish and English unions have decided to stop funding the GB Sevens programmes. On the 23rd of May, the men's and women's GB teams were told funding was gone 1 week on from when we lost the Irish men's Sevens team. It's a combination of the unions not wanting to invest and the changes made to the World Series every year by World Rugby. GB are still on the series for next year, but both teams are going to really struggle, essentially being amateur teams versus fully professional teams. This is so dangerous for the players, who will be undertrained and risking serious injury. My belief is that the unions want both teams to be relegated next year so they can then wipe their hands fully of the programmes. And do you know how much all of the three unions put in? 500k. That's combined, not individually. Sevens can be an incredible development tool when done correctly. Just look at the likes of New Zealand, Australia and South Africa. Even in Great Britain, 3 of the Lions squad have hefty Sevens experience. And you don't have to look far in the women's game to see a large proportion of the top British players come with Sevens backgrounds. The unions have undervalued their Sevens programmes over the last 10 years. It's like owning a Ferrari, only ever driving it at 5 miles per hour and then complaining that it's not fast enough to justify the cost, so you scrap it. This 500k along with 600k from World Rugby was supplying roughly 50 contracts, I believe, which are now gone, as World Rugby has also dropped their investment to 300,000. For 3 multi-million-dollar unions, I find it hard to believe they couldn't find this money. I was contracted by a union for over 10 years, so I've seen firsthand how inefficiently they're run. There were conversations between the unions and Joe Lydon over the future of the programme. Joe was leading a push for the unions to sell GB Sevens and relinquish control, seeing as they didn't want to take it seriously anyway. This ultimately got blocked by the unions, who stated major legal and commercial issues with the deal, and this could well have been the case. But it does look very obvious that the unions would rather not have any Sevens programme than give up control. And that is so annoying as a player. Even if Joe Lydon's deal wasn't perfect, I believe this is the way GB Sevens needs to go. I would love to see someone like a Red Bull or an Ineos come in and take it over and run it properly. All over Britain, every summer, Sevens tournaments are played in schools, socially and at an international invitational level. Sevens is the perfect way to get more and more people interested and involved in rugby to grow the game. Now these players have nothing to aspire to in terms of their future development and careers. And trust me, as someone who coached thousands of younger players through this page, so many of them want to play Sevens to a high level or professionally. It's also going to make it nearly impossible for GB to ever qualify for an Olympics again, and this is off the back of Rugby Sevens being one of the most viewed and profitable sports at the Paris Olympics. On top of this, unions look like they're trying to fight back about paying redundancies to the players who have lost their jobs. These players and their families are the ones suffering off the back of poorly run unions. Share this if you care about Sevens.